Talk about doom and gloom. It's kind of looking like that for our Dolphins fans. All I've been seeing relate to us are butt cheeks all over my timeline. But as far as the quarterback situation goes for us, Skylar got banged up. Obviously, Tua's on IR. Do you have any information? Maybe are we working the phones, trying to get a trade, trying to sign a guy available? Any information there as far as what Miami's doing with their quarterback situation going forward?
Here's a team that was all in, right? Like they paid Tyreek Hill. They paid Jalen Ramsey. They paid their head coach. They have some veterans. They paid Tua. Like they're trying to win. So Tua gets hurt, and then Skylar Thompson exits with what looks like a pretty painful chest injury, doesn't finish the game. Obviously, we'll see if he can even make it back for next week. But even if he could, you still have to address the quarterback position before the season slips away. In my mind, like they have to be making calls. Didn't hear anything back this morning, but there are three quarterbacks in my mind that make sense. Now, I'm not telling you that they have or will reach out to any of these quarterbacks, but I think I'd call Denver and I'd say, what would you want for Zach Wilson? I would call Pittsburgh and I would say, what would you want for Russell Wilson?
First rounder.
And I would call Cleveland and say, what do you want for Dorian Thompson-Robinson? Because they have to save their season here. And it doesn't look like they can. Now, maybe Tyler Huntley can step in relief here and stop the bleeding and get things back in order. I like him. But to me, they have to look for another quarterback, too.
Agreed.
And those would be the guys that I would be looking at if it were me.
Okay, so Tua is IR for 4 weeks. One has already happened, so 3 more games he is out for, at least with the IR designation that the team put on him so that he can have ample amount of time to figure out whether or not he wants to play football this season or football ever again. Is that still the acting? And has there been any development in that world, or are they still just buying time to see how healthy he gets, Tua?
He was supposed to meet with Neurologist last week, and the schedule got kind of mixed up, and neurologists were busy, and so those
a lot of brains out here. A lot of brains, D-Butt. You guys, everybody's shrugging their shoulders disgusted here. You think he's a neurologist? You're just easy to book.
Well, Tua was too busy going to Disney on Ice, I guess.
No, well, the neurologist's brain was looking at another brain because there was a much more prevalent thing because they got 4 weeks to work with.
Can't find a head doctor anywhere?
Brains are always on fire.
No, they said you just go to the game. You go to Seattle and just carry on with everything you do if you feel okay, is what they said.
Flying something too, isn't it? Because
altitude and pressure.
Think
so.
Yeah.
How about this? I had to fly 10,000 feet all the way home from Oklahoma.
Sorry, what?
Haven't even talked about this. We haven't even talked about this.
No Wi-Fi.
10,000 feet. Well, it came and went anytime we hit the wind. It's 10,000 feet and above, we got Wi-Fi. 10,000 feet below, you don't got Wi-Fi. St. Louis had quite a little storm on Saturday. I was in the middle of that thing, 10,000 feet. Couldn't go any higher because there was an oxygen leak in one of the tanks.
What?
That's safe.
In the
So
plane?
overnight, so I guess we weren't allowed to get to a certain altitude because if we would have needed the oxygen, it ain't there because it was leaking all night. So we flew at 10,000 feet from Oklahoma, 2.5 hours, all the way to Indianapolis. I saw every fucking town, every single one.
That is your worst nightmare right there.
Whoa, couldn't get out. So as soon as they tell me this happens, the planes that we fly in can get to 40,000 feet because that's where smooth air is.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I fly in those planes. We are handcuffed to 10,000 feet.
Hitting treetops.
Due to FDA regulations or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever, I forget what it is. So we're doing it. I said, as soon as they tell me that, I go, any storms on the horizon? Because we're not going to be able to get around them, right? And they go, we look pretty good right now. And then all of a sudden, I see them start to move. Like we are going this way, and I start seeing the plane on the map start go this way. I start feeling, I'm like, must be something. Crack open the door. I look up there. St. Louis has got a middle of we're in the middle of bang. No service. We're at 10,005 feet. We're at 9,400. It was, and then all of a sudden we're on the other side. And boy, it's beautiful. Anyways, pressure on your ears.
Well, Tua might have had an astronaut helmet on. We don't know that. He might have just had like the shoulders and up.
We're thinking good news though, right? For Tua, as opposed to that plane, 10,000 feet, 2.5 hours. Can't go certain speeds either.
That's crazy. Nuts.
We're riding at speed of smell across there.
Yeah, you can feel it.
That's still not as nuts as Tua not being able to see a neurologist, though.
Yeah. Neurologists are hard to find. Good ones? We need to find the good brain ones. Ain't that right, Shefty? Right? That's the problem.
There were some scheduling issues he's going to get. By the way, like they didn't feel like there was a rush to do it. Like he feels fine right now. He's felt fine. And So he's on IR. He's not playing for 4 weeks. So what does it matter if he meets with them last week or this week?
Well, neurologists need to have a little bit of respect. This is a man's future.
That's right.
This is the National Football League.
This is the highest level.
Yeah, can we get a damn neurologist to look at our quarterback? For fuck's sake!
This week.
God!
It's happening. It's happening. This week.
All right, this week. This week
Allegedly.
is happening.
Allegedly.
All right.
Good to see the Dolphins fans are.
Yeah, still fired up.
Yeah.
They can't watch Skylar anymore.
No,
And they're down
how
Boyle
could
too
you?
already. I
Can
guess.
understand
38
that.
years old. That might be the worst Dolphins game I've ever seen in my life.
Good news. Can't find neurologists. Anyways, Harris J. Butler. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But might be time to go back to our Wildcat era down in Miami. Yikes. Just let Achane, Tyreek, and whoever else is healthy at running back rotate series of quarterback until Tua returns. You know, we saw this with the Niners in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago against Philadelphia Eagles, where they're trying to figure out who's going to play quarterback, who can throw a ball. I think Christian McCaffrey would line up a quarterback for him a little bit after all hell broke loose. After watching Skylar for a few snaps, you thought to yourself, why don't we just have Tyreek play quarterback and see what happens?
Yeah, just let him touch the ball. Let our weapons just touch the ball every play because when they drop back and the quarterback has the ball, it's the less chance they're not going to touch it half the time. You can't protect them, and it was certainly a decision going into the season. First and foremost, with Skylar Thompson as your backup quarterback.
You lose
Mike White.
Mike freaking White.
Yep.
I don't. What happened? Why did he leave?
Money.
He's on the Bills practice squad.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
like
he?
they could still grab him
I
off
thought it
there.
was money.
That's
I'm an idiot.
But I mean, we got to do something. Like you can't, because the season we saw the butt cheeks all over our timelines. That's
What
that's
happened?
all
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
equate.
Braxton Berrios got tackled and his butt cheeks were all over the fucking place.
You guys are looking at butt cheeks?
I mean,
Wait, I didn't see
they
that.
had to.
What is butt cheeks?
I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't.
What's your guys' algorithm?
You
You
guys
guys'
got-
algorithm got butt cheeks?
Yeah,
all
yeah,
over?
it's all up and
I
down.
see all the
What's that
A
about?
lot of tweets like, man, this team is ass cheeks. Yeah.
Armstead's banged up again. Defense giving up big plays. It all trickles down. Now, a lot of questions. There's a lot of talk. And Mike McDaniel was on. He said, hey, you can be the cool guy until shit gets ugly. So they got to figure out some things. And obviously, it starts the quarterback.
Dump, you guys are cheeks down there?
Absolutely reek. Stinks so bad.
Oh, cheeks.
That was, like I said when Shad was on, that was the worst fucking Dolphins game I've watched in my life. And I'm not being dramatic. That was dog shit from start to finish. You threw the ball 20 times. Like, you didn't even try and run the ball. Like, I don't know what's going on.